Alex, a young man with messy hair and an eager smile, bounces on his toes. He clutches a strange device wrapped in wires and blinking LEDs. His living room is a mess of takeout containers and scattered papers. Alex, behold, my masterpiece. He holds up the device, a TV remote haphazardly glued to a kitchen timer. Alex, this, my friends, is no ordinary remote. This is a time machine. He laughs nervously, realizing how ridiculous it sounds. Taking a deep breath, Alex points the remote at himself and presses the power button. The room is engulfed in a blinding flash of light. When the light fades, Alex is gone, leaving behind only the faint scent of burnt popcorn. The time-traveling remote lay abandoned on the floor, its red LED blinking ominously. The adventure, it seemed, had only just begun. The air is thick with the scent of spices and sweat. A bewildered Alex stumbles into a bustling marketplace in ancient Egypt. Stalls overflow with exotic fruits, strange fabrics, and trinkets. People in linen clothes stare at Alex in his modern attire with a mixture of amusement and suspicion. Alex, oblivious to the commotion he's causing, spots a fruit vendor. He's famished after his trip through time. He points at a basket of plump purple fruits that look vaguely like grapes. Alex, those look tasty. Fruit vendor, best figs in all of Egypt, my friend. The vendor, a burly man with a thick beard, grins, revealing a missing tooth. He scoops up a handful of the fruit and shoves them into Alex's hands. Alex takes a large bite and immediately regrets it. The fruit is dry and bitter, like chewing on a mouthful of sand. His face contorts in disgust. He tries to discreetly spit it out but ends up launching a glob of fig paste onto the back of a passing camel. The camel lets out an indignant snort and shakes its hindquarters, showering nearby shoppers with fig-infused dust. Alex decides it's time to get out of there, quickly. He fumbles for the remote in his pocket. Alex lands with a thud in the middle of a grand hall. Tapestries adorn the stone walls and a roaring fire crackles in a massive hearth. He's in medieval Europe. A feast is in full swing. Lords and ladies in velvet robes dine on roasted meats and drink from jeweled goblets. A hush falls over the hall as a stern-looking king seated on a throne at the head of the table notices Alex. King, well, who have we here? A peasant who has wandered in from the stables? Alex, trying to blend in, bows awkwardly. Alex, your majesty, I'm just, looking for the privy? The king raises an eyebrow. Before he can respond, a jester in a bright, multicolored costume rushes up to Alex, shaking a bladder on a stick. Jester, fear not, traveler, I'll show you the way. Just then, Alex's hand, still clutching the time travel remote, twitches. The remote activates and the jester disappears in a flash of light. The hall falls silent, everyone staring at Alex in stunned silence. Alex, oops, he whispers, shoving the remote into his pocket as if it were a venomous snake. He makes a run for it, dodging startled guests and leaping over tables, desperate to escape before the king calls for his head. Dust devils dance across the main street of a Wild West town. Saloon doors swing open and shut, revealing glimpses of card games and drunken brawls. Alex stumbles out of a saloon, narrowly avoiding a brawl between two cowboys. He bumps into a burly cowboy wearing a 10-gallon hat and a scowl that could curdle milk.
Well, now looky here. You're a mite far from home, ain't you, son?
Alex stammers, his eyes darting around for an escape route. The saloon, the livery stable, the open prairie beyond the town. Alex, The cowboy leans closer, his breath smelling of whiskey and chewing tobacco.
You got something you shouldn't have, son.
Alex panics. He pulls out the remote, hoping it might scare the cowboy off. Alex, stay back, I'm warning you! The cowboy bursts out laughing.
What incarnation is that contraption? You trying to change the channel on a coyote, son?
Alex, realizing the absurdity of the situation, manages a weak smile. He jams the remote back into his pocket, hoping for a quieter destination this time. The air is thin and cold. The earth, a vibrant blue and green sphere, hangs in the black sky above. Alex finds himself standing on the surface of the moon. He's surrounded by craters and covered in a fine layer of moon dust. A strange, spindly creature with large black eyes and glowing antennae approaches Alex. It makes a series of high-pitched clicks and whistles. Alex, hello? Alex says tentatively, waving at the alien. He's not sure if it's friendly or not, but he figures a little politeness can't hurt. The alien tilts its head, its antennae twitching. It reaches out a long, bony finger and pokes Alex in the chest.
Bork, Alex, Bork?
Alex repeats, confused. He's pretty sure that's not a universal greeting. The alien continues to stare at him, unblinking. Alex, feeling a little awkward and more than a little scared, decides it's time to move on. He aims the remote at the sky and presses the button, hoping for the best. Alex finds himself in a gleaming, futuristic city. Flying cars zoom through the air, neon lights illuminate towering skyscrapers, and robots go about their business. People with cybernetic implants and strange hairstyles walk past, paying him no mind. Suddenly, a high-pitched whine pierces the air. A police drone, sleek and menacing, descends towards Alex. Its red and blue lights flash ominously.
Citizen, you are in violation of City Ordinance 347B, temporal displacement without a permit. Remain where you are and prepare to be apprehended. Alex, oh come on, not again!
The drone opens fire with a net launcher. Alex dives out of the way, scrambling to his feet and sprinting down the crowded sidewalk. He dodges flying cars, weaves through pedestrian traffic, and leaps over holographic advertisements as he tries to escape the relentless drone. The air is hot and humid. Giant ferns and towering trees block out the sun. Alex, covered in sweat and grime, finds himself in a dense jungle. He collapses onto the jungle floor, exhausted from his interdimensional adventures. Alex, finally, home sweet home. But as he looks around, he realizes something is wrong. Very wrong, because standing a few feet away from him, munching on a leafy branch, is a Tyrannosaurus Rex. The dinosaur spots Alex and lets out a deafening roar. Its massive jaws open wide, revealing rows of razor-sharp teeth. Alex scrambles back, scrambling for the remote. He presses the button just as the dinosaur lunges. The screen goes black. The sound of crunching bones echoes in the darkness.